Hi, hi, hi. Hey, hello, everybody. I am not sick, but I was heavily deliberating whether or not my reading voice was gonna be up for this stream. I don't know. I have a bit of a cough today, and unfortunately, your boy has ran out of water. Yeah, I ran out of water. Uh, I only have tomato soup, which is it's insanely fucked up, I tell you. So, unfortunately, I don't have a way to keep myself awake in the event that my vanity in my smooth and silky reading voice decides to put me to sleep. So, we'll see. We'll see what goes on. But yeah, let me switch the scene as soon as I find my stream. Yeah, there it is. Hi. Hello. Hi, hi. Evening. But yeah, arguably, I think that this cold. I don't think it's a cold, but this thing that's happening to my body is arguably making my voice a lot smoother. So we'll see where it goes. If I do get sleepy, I'm probably just gonna end the stream there because, well, I don't have any energy drinks or anything of the like, so I'm just gonna have to raw dog this stream. All right. I think the is that too loud? Let's see. Let's turn it down just a teeny tiny bit. I think that's good. Yeah. All right. Let's get into it. The choice is made. Last stream we chose to be the lotless. Yep. And we printed leaflets. Right? Right? That's what we did, right? Hold on. I'm gonna take a little look see. Sure. Yeah, that's totally what we did. Yeah, I went back and looked. All right. Give me one sec. Put this right here. All right. Am I a little blurry? Oh well. Whatever it is, we'll figure it out later. All right. Now to find a place to print them. Okay. Printing leaflets is the safest way to go. They will tell everyone the truth about the events at the college, and you will stay safe all the while. Now to find a place to print them. Your newfound comrades gave you the name of the editor of a local newspaper called Imperial Sunrise. He sympathizes with the lotless. He even gave Sophia shelter in their attic once during a raid. I remember this now. It's time to write the text that will be printed. The Arcnians consider us dirt beneath their horses' hooves. They will do anything to bring us down and stay in power. Do you know what happened at the college? Did you hear Archduke Monroe mocking humans and threatening to kill anyone who entered the college? We did. Did you see him ready to kill innocent students inside the college before they were rescued? We did. Arcnians think they can do whatever they want. Will you keep on living under their thumb? Or are you ready to make a change? Hmm. This looks good. Sophia takes a look too and nods. She writes a brief note on a piece of paper and tells you to head for the editor's house. Give the note to the servant, and everything will be ready. The editor lives in a wealthy neighborhood. There are planters with flowers in them at every door on the street. The door knocker shines in the sun like a mirror. You glimpse a reflection in the metal before you grab it. The servant opens the door. He glances at the note and asks for the text to be printed. It will be ready in a week, he says. And then the door is locked again. You return 1 week later and receive a big stack of leaflets. You divide them among the lotless. It only takes a single day to distribute them all. Rumors quickly fill the streets of Eterna. On the following day, you hear people talking. The nobles have done it this time. We'd better do something. It's time for a change. The next time you meet Sophia, she rewards you with restrained praise. Well done, Alex. I expected nothing less from you. I'm glad to have you among us. Year 1136. You have lived another year in the capital. Eterna has been shaken by what is now known as the Trial of the 50. 50 people stand trial at once, all prominent members of several political circles. They are accused of treason and conspiracy against the crown. The accused spoke in favor of reducing the power of the nobles and granting more rights to the common estate. There was no mention of rebellion, yet those words alone were enough to indict them. Every session of the trial is open to the public. It is a show of power made to discourage people from forming such circles ever again. You attend one of these sessions. The 50 face their verdict. Forced labor in the mines of Magra and Illyria for regular members, and true death for their leaders, 6 men and 1 woman. Their public execution takes place in the city square of Eterna. You remember the woman. Her name was Annie Serene. She made a speech before execution. A young woman, not too tall. Her face almost plain, with long bangs over her eyes. She looks calm even at this moment. You cannot believe she is about to leave this world forever. Annie Serene takes a look around before she speaks. Her voice is quiet, but you are close enough to hear every single word. She says she is happy to give her life fighting for the rights of the people. Her cause will never die. Annie claims others like her will continue their work in hiding, for their cause is right and just. She is dragged away to the others. They put a sack over her head and tighten a noose around her neck. The hand yanks on the lever, and the 7 dangle in the air. Her feet tremble at first, then grow still. There are gasps and cries of discontent in the crowd. There it goes. Soon and very soon, something will happen. But I guess you're humbled for now. You are humbled for now. The ranks of the lotless are growing steadily now. It's getting harder and harder to breathe in your makeshift meeting hall. People are coming from all across Eterna. Most of them are commoners, laborers, craftsmen, eager students, and all of them feel that the social order based on the lots is out of date. They're always discussing this, both at the major meetings and one-on-one. How can you change society without taking up arms? How can you defend those who suffer at the nobles' hands? You write several articles for a newspaper that is sympathetic to your cause. You cover the pages of the Imperial Sunrise with freedom-loving ideas. Before your words reach the printed page, you let Sophia read them. I like your articles. They really sting. They burn with genuine fervor and true audacity. And more importantly, you've been calling for action more and more. Our cause is just, and I know it well. But your words light a fire in men's hearts. They bring hope for change. I'd never be able to do this without you, Bronte. Thank you. It's time for another meeting of the Lotless. Sophia calms the crowd before she begins. My friends, it is time for us to act. We are strong. We are united. We are many. Our cause is just. Her words are met with cries of support, and your voice joins them. Sophia smiles, but there is still a hard, controlled edge in her eyes. 1 month from now, the Empire will hold the ritual of purification in St. Ignatius Square. Mages and witches who refuse to repent and wear collars will be murdered in a public execution. The church is preparing carefully for this, but these witches never asked for this. They were branded at birth. Our lot is to suffer, but theirs is something far worse. The Inquisition's collars take away everything. Your family, your estate, your will, your freedom, I guess. Your freedom, your will. A mage becomes a weapon for the Inquisition. They are stripped of their lots and a place in this world. Mages are the true lotless. The witch's collar is the worst prison of all. We must set them free. Their freedom will mark the beginning of freedom for the entire empire. The cries of approval die down, replaced by a growing mumble of confusion. No one in the room wants to openly defy the Inquisition. It has begun. The first yawn. Sophia raises her hand, her eyes glinting in the reflected golden candlelight. The room falls silent. We are not going to wage war against the Inquisition. What we are going to do is hold a march to support the mages. This will be our statement. We will seek the support of Patriarch Junius Diamant. He says that those who wield magic have the same rights as anyone else in the Empire. He seeks to give mages the freedom to find their own way to the twins. We are going to show the Patriarchy that we have heard his words and are ready to openly heed his call. I am a mage myself. He took off my collar and allowed me to choose my own path. I am going to give every mage and witch the same chance. Nobody ever chooses to be born with magic, but mages have the right to choose to abandon their power and follow the twins. Our cause is just. Sophia lets the others speak their mind. Some fully support the march. Others hesitate, unsure of what to do. There's also a small group of people who reject the idea outright. Magic is evil, they say. Witches are dangerous. Supporting witches means defying the twins. Sophia leans over them, angry sparks dancing in her eyes. I am a witch, and yet you followed me. You chose to trust me. There's no time left for doubts. If you are not ready to walk this road, it would be best for you to leave the Lotless right away. Several people leave the hall, some of them ashamed, others grim. They all get a parting message from Sophia. Her cries rings through the basement and out onto the street. You will tell them nothing. Everyone else grows quiet. This is the first time anyone has seen the leader of the Lotless shout like that. Sophia drops back into her chair and asks everyone except for you and 3 others to leave. You know these 3 Lotless. Sophia uses them for special assignments. You get ready to hear what she has to say. The goal of our march is to get Junius Diamant's attention. We need his patronage. It is essential that he hears about us and support our movement. Without his aid and influence, our fight is doomed. With that, Sophia starts giving orders. She sends a young man to get collars, tells a lively girl to gather people and prepare banners, and instructs a lean Legion soldier to plan out the shortest route and the best location to begin the march. Then Sophia dismisses them. There's only the two of you now. The basement room you use as a meeting hall grows empty and quiet, and you finally notice how tiny and exhausted Sophia looks. Dark rings encircle her eyes, and her skin is gray as parchment. She works so hard for your sake. After a moment of quiet, Sophia speaks to you about the Imperial Legion. I don't want to scare the others too soon, but I think you know what I'm going to say. If they have trained legionnaires guarding the square instead of prefecture gendarmes, soldiers won't stand on ceremony. Some people might die during this march. We spend half the night planning escape routes in case you have to run for your lives. By the time the plan is finally ready, both of you are on the verge of nodding off. There's one more thing Sophia wants to discuss, however. Many people have joined the Lotless over the past few weeks, but we still don't have enough members. We need to attract other people on the street in order to make our march stronger. People need to see that we aren't just misfits. Sophia has two ideas for attracting more people to the march, but you only have enough time to implement one of them. You can call upon the commoners who support the doctrine of Patriarch Fortis to join the march. Plenty of people in Eterna had to suffer at the hands of the Inquisition back when the new faith first emerged. Those who rejected the lots were treated like heretics and punished accordingly. Alternatively, you could seek support from the clergy and the nobles. Even among them, many have relatives and friends who have suffered at the hands of the Inquisition. Sophia looks up from her papers. The circles around her eyes are even darker now. She is barely reacting to the world around her. She is but a shadow of the confident young leader of the Lotless you saw speak at the meetings. She lights her pipe and throws herself back into her chair, her eyes half-lidded, looking utterly exhausted. It seems this decision is yours. Mobilize the commoners. You agree to mobilize the lowborn estate for the march. Manipulation +1, now 15. I think I have enough by now, okay? Mobilize the nobles and the clergy. You decide to mobilize nobles and priests who have suffered at the hands of the Inquisition. Diplomacy and theology. My theology has been pretty low. Show Sophia your support. Put work aside in order to help Sophia regain her strength. I also have too much willpower. I think there's going to be other chances to gain more relations with Sophia. I think I need to work on my stats for right now. Yeah, I'm going to mobilize the nobles and the priests. They're in greater number than probably the commoners that would support our light and also stats. I'm just going to mobilize the nobles and the clergy. You spend more time writing a list of people who might show support for the cause of the Lotless. You compose the invitations for the march, carefully crafting each individual letter. You only choose priests who have criticized the lots or sided with Patriarch Junius at least once. As for the nobles, you only chose those who lost family members accused of sorcery. There are only a few of them. It takes you and Sophia until early morning to slowly gather information about the arrests of nobles accused of sorcery. Sophia rejects some of the names outright. Sorry. I don't trust that Faber. His brother got executed, sure, but everybody knows they were never on good terms. Levette's out too. He spoke in support of Patriarch Junius, but he'll never march with the lowborn. You agree? The march must succeed, even if it means sending out a few fewer invitations. Sophia has barely enough strength left to smile as you say goodnight at dawn. Go get some sleep, Bronte. There won't be much time for that in the weeks to come. You watch her walk away in the morning light, amazed at how strong she is. A few years ago, she was just an ordinary girl next door. Hmm. I like her. Very interesting. Very interesting character. She's strong. The capital is preparing for a great celebration. Coming of age of Jerian Tempest, heir to the throne. Ribbons and flags flutter in the wind. The streets are scrubbed clean and the scent of flowers fill the air. You, too, set some time aside to join the celebration. It is not often that you can see the ruling family of the Empire firsthand. The celebration day comes and Eterna is abuzz. A festival procession starts on the streets. Students from the college and cadets from the military academy march in front, lined up in columns, and other citizens follow suit. Give me just a moment. I just need to respond to a DM. It is 1 in the morning for me. Okay, sorry about that. Actually, wasn't anything important, even though it was so late at night. Barely could have waited until well, morning. um, let's stop here or here. You join the parade around the tail of the procession. Before long, it reaches the square in front of the Emperor's palace. The ruling dynasty of Tempest observes the parade from the palace balcony. They are joined by the Empire's highest dignitary and province overseers. For the first time in your life, you see Emperor Uther II with your own eyes. There, high up above. The columns of college students and academy cadets comes to a halt at the balcony and salute the emperor with their mottos. The emperor raises his hand in a gesture of benevolent greeting, and his voice echoes across the square. You hear him easily, even from so far away. I accept your gratitude, my loyal subjects. Take pride as you wield your knowledge and valor in service to the Empire. All who are worthy will be ennobled by the mantle, by my grace. Nobles to be cheer, the Emperor's words. But then Archduke Monroe steps onto the balcony and their jubilation gives way to murmurs of discontent. Everyone here remembers all too well how the ruler of Monia tried to shut down the college by force. Still, the Archduke is the de facto leader of the Archnean gentry. He's a force to be reckoned with, even for the Emperor. Hail your Emperor, common folk. Be forever obedient and grateful for the good graces you do not deserve by birth. Kill yourself, okay? Jesus Christ. Can he be first on the chopping block? Like, can we just like fucking guillotine his ass? Do they even have the guillotine yet? I don't know. Let me take a sip of. I swear to God, I'm eating tomato soup because I literally have no other liquids. I'm currently boiling water because I don't have like bottled water, so I have to boil it before I can drink it. Like we have a filter, but like I really don't trust it. I don't trust filters. I prefer to boil my germs out. Yeah, I'm still waiting for like the water to like cool down to not boiling temperature. Because that would be horrible. I really want to, drink it and not scald my throat like a fucking moron, To be honest, I could make tea, but I hear that tea destroys your reading voice. kind of like milk, but not like milk. You know what I mean? I don't know how people do it. Having tea while you're streaming or something. Like, I don't know proper streaming like things to get together. But then everyone grows silent. A young, slender Archnean with a shy smile comes forth. There are whispers in the crowd. That's Prince Girion, heir to the throne, student of Cornelius, promise and the hope of the common estate. To the left of Girion is his younger brother Flavius. He is baffled at the sight of the parade below, too young to process what he is seeing. How young we talking? May the twins be kind to you, my future subjects. I promise to repay you in kind and help you prosper in your loyal service to the king empire. I could have just left with kingdom. Exalted by these words, the nobles to be... So sorry. So sorry. Exalted by these words, the nobles to be roar as one. All hail Prince Girion. Another figure steps into view next to the heir. He is an Archean, elegantly dressed, and his mantle bears the Tempest colors. He raises his arms, about to make a speech. Long live Prince Girion. Students of the college, cadets of the academy. Time and again you have proven yourselves to the empire by word and deed. Today is a day of great celebration, and in honor of Prince Girion, you must ask the Emperor to guarantee forever the rights of distinguished common folk to be ennobled by the mantle. So ask now. The cadets and students freeze in hesitation. They exchange glances, unsure whether to follow the words of the Emperor's own brother. On the balcony high above, Prince Girion also remains still, listening to every action from the crowd. Archduke Monroe briskly steps into view once more. He takes several seconds to observe the crowd before he speaks. Imperial subjects, what the Emperor's brother wishes to say to you, is that you must always remember that you owe your status to the Tempest dynasty. The Emperor accepts your gratitude and sends you off with his blessing. You may leave now. I hate him. Commotion and murmurs spread over the crowd as some... It's always when I read some of the nobles to be. I don't get it. I think I need to take a break. Oh, we're 30 minutes into the stream. I think I need to take a break to check underwater. Give me 1 second, okay? Give me just one moment. Okay, okay. Um, still, I finally got the water. That's good. Good. Okay. But I added water because I added ice after I poured the water like a fucking moron, you know? That's good enough. Alright, people. I'm mixing subs. Give me a moment. Sorry. I know. You had to wait 4 whole minutes for me to get back, and now you have to wait like 20 more seconds. Wah, wah, wah. Cry about it. Reminds me, I just have this fucking GIF. I, I'm sorry, fellas, but I don't know if I preface this. I'm going to continue to say GIF, but like it's purely ironic. I swear to God. It's purely ironic that I say GIF, okay? But I'm going to keep saying it because it's hilarious for me. But yeah, I have this fucking GIF of some guy squashing other people with his fucking cock in a line. I say some guy, but it's a stick figure. I wish I could show you it. It's just titled "Cry About It." Actually, if I get stuff set up, I'll fucking I'll make it something. An alert, or maybe a channel point feature. You know, if I become an affiliate, shake up my subs. Ah, the "Cry About It" GIF. You hear that? Oh yeah. That is the power of energy. Power of gamer subs not sponsored. Love that. Oh yeah, that tastes like Blue Blast, alright. Okay. Hopefully, this will tide me over for about an hour or so. Luck. But, it's kind of all up to my posture because I can entirely still fall asleep, even caffeinated out of my fucking mind. Because I don't sleep like a fucking moron. Oh yeah, and I wanted to stream like yesterday and the day before that and the day before that and the day before that and the day before that, but it was way worse those days. Like I was like I straight up had like a whole ass cold, flu, COVID. I don't know. But I was miserable and I was at work. So I was like covered head to toe in like 7 layers to make sure that I don't make anyone sick. Anyways. Alright. Did I already read this part? I didn't. Commotion and murmurs spread over the crowd as some of the nobles to be refused to follow Archduke Monroe's order. Their shouts heard here and there. The law! We ask for the law! The academy officers and teachers of the college urged them to fall in line and resume the parade, but tension is rising. The crowd slowly grows enraged and unruly. The Imperial Guard Cavalry Regiment emerges from the palace. They start slowly advancing on the crowd, hands on their swords, pushing people out of the square. The commoners are now running left and right. You too have to move away. This quickly quells the commotion in the square, and the cavalry withdraws. Emperor Uther II appears on the balcony again. Archduke Monroe stands by his side. The square falls silent at the sight of the sovereign. My subjects, I can see how overjoyed you are for Prince Jirian, but your show of reverence and gratitude was clear enough. Now obey my will. Continue the parade and sing the praises of the Tempest dynasty that has given you so much. What? What? Are you stupid? Fellas, is he dumb? Or is he just pretending that that what the fuck? Like that guy like held up a college and like hold on, let me just lower my mic just a little so that I can like have my camera pick up on my mouth. He fucking like attacked a college for doing what it's supposed to do that you created it to do. I I don't think that they like him very much, you know what I mean? The square obediently lines up in columns once again. The bout of defiance is in the past now, and they resume the festive parade through the city streets. Glory to Emperor Uther. Glory to Prince Jirian. Ooh. Oh shit. They are fucking crushing you. Yeah, they're crushing any sign of rebellion. There are days when you receive letters from home. Father's writing is very reserved. He mostly discusses events and work in Magra and writes very little about the family. It makes me proud that I have managed to teach Stefan how to handle our affairs at home. Your older brother behaves impeccably at society balls? At societal balls? At the society balls and receptions that we host. He has already made several crucial acquaintances. But Gloria has a different opinion on Stefan. He thinks your older brother is talking more and more about grandfather. Stefan is a lot like grandfather. It's in his manners, his posture, his voice. He even dresses like him. He used to be aloof around me, and we barely talked in the past. And now he always blames me and tears me apart. I can't take it anymore. He walks all over me all the time and treats me like a housemaid. Mother writes to you. From her letters, you learn that Nathan has barely managed to graduate from school. Oops. It makes me sad to admit that Nathan has none of the talents you have. The other day he told me he won't even try to study in the capital. He says he won't be able to pass the exams. I find solace only in the nights Nathan and I spend together reading the scriptures and our walks to the church by the silver tree. He accompanies me every time. Jesus Christ, what the hell was that? When was the last time I read accompanies? Your sister and younger brother write about Mother too, and they say the same thing about her health. She now spends more time locked away in her chambers to brood. Gloria does her best to accompany Mother when she leaves home. Nathan's letter mentions her steps echoing in the halls in the middle of the night. There is one more thing Nathan mentions in his letters. Stefan and Gloria have been fighting very often these days. Stefan always tries to get under Gloria's skin, and she answers him in kind. And Stefan calls her a lowly commoner to make her shut up. You always tremble in excitement every time you see a new letter with the seal of your home province. Your fate is still bound tightly to your families, no matter the distance between you. Lovely. That's what I like to see. That's not good. Why? What the hell? Is everyone just going down because I'm away? This is the morning you have all been preparing for. One of the houses in downtown Eterna is packed with a crowd of people. Everyone puts collars on their necks. There aren't enough for everybody, so the rest of them cover their necks with scarves and belts and anything else that looks dark against the skin. There are so many faces. even faces you've never even seen before. People of all estates have come here today. You flow out onto the street. People keep coming to join the crowd even as you start walking. There are shouts in the crowd now. Our cause is just. Those words fill you with confidence, help you remain composed. Everyone is smiling. You march in the front row. The feeling is indescribable. Change is coming. The square is already covered with stacks of firewood for the pyres. You see people in collars tied to wooden stakes, with inquisitors busy around them. The fiery execution is almost ready to begin. Your path is blocked. Imperial Legion soldiers stand guard on all streets leading to the square. The crowd keeps pushing. There are cries on the streets now. Mages and witches are children of the gods. Give the witches back their lives. Down with the shackles of the lots. The cries of the lotless fill St. Ignatius Square. A legionnaire yells over the mob and orders you to stand aside before they draw their swords. And then you hear a scream right next to you. Give me one second while I drink. It matters not how fast you drink, but how much you drink. A stark difference between caffeine and alcohol. We've got them outnumbered. We're going through them. Are you out of your fucking mind? What? Give me a moment. There he is. There it is. My toggles work. Holy shit. She's out of her fucking mind, isn't she? Like, she's lost it. She's gotta have lost it. No. She's fucking... No. You're lying. Please don't tell me that your bad call is going to... Oh, here we go. Alright. Let's go, boys. Oh, shit. Her voice rings in your head and fills you with fury and faith in victory. And you run straight at a legionnaire's sharp sword. But suddenly a hand catches you and pulls you back. You see Sophia now, her eyes burning with golden light. The ecstatic, furious mob flows around her and towards the unnerved legionnaire. Sophia's face looks inhuman now, her grin predatory. The legionnaire swings his sword at the maddened mob, but he is quickly knocked off his feet. His fellow soldiers guarding the square locks their shields together and draw their swords. There's a look of bewilderment in the Inquisitor's eyes. It seems none of them expected such frenzy. Sophia leads the attack. Set the sufferers free. Junius Diamant is on our side. The twins are our shields. Any idea of a peaceful march is now thrown to the wind. Sophia is about to send the lotless against the lines of Legionnaire. Only moments are left until the strike. You have to be there in the front lines. Or will you try to stop her and avoid further bloodshed? There's still time. Or will you execute the plan yourself and free the captives from the funeral pyres on your own? Begin the assault. +1 valor. Elias meets true death? Who the... Alis? Is that Alis? Who the hell is Alis? I don't know who that is. Give me 1 second, let me check. Alis, who are you? Youthful actress and singer, known as the Golden Voice. She quickly becomes famous in Eterna. Very irresistibly enchanting looks. She came to the capital split Jean, who used to be an acolyte in the temple. Okay, I know Jean, but I don't know Elias. I guess we just haven't met her. Okay, weird. So if Sophia is trusting of us, we are able to stop. Okay, so begin the assault. Valor +1. Elias meets true death. You repeat Sophia's cry and set her plan in motion. Hold Sophia back. Elias's rescue. Eloquence +1. Manipulation +1. Okay. And free the mage. The captive mage is on your own. You resolve to rescue the mages on your own. Scheming +1. Okay. 18 scheming. Come on. I've had enough. I've had enough. Come on. I've had enough. I've had enough scheming. I'm going to. Yeah, I don't want Elias to meet true death. I can only do this because Sophia is trusting of me. And it doesn't get rid of Sophia's trusting nature. So I get to round out my stats. I get to let Elias live. And I also get to work with Sophia's trust. And I've had enough scheming. I've had enough scheming. It's 18. It maxes at 20. Chill the fuck out, okay? We're gonna hold Sophia back. You grab Sophia by the shoulders and demand to stop this madness. If she keeps spurring people on, it will only lead to bloodshed. She stares at you for a moment and stops shouting. It's not the crowd you must command right now, you tell Sophia. You should focus on the legionnaires who are blocking your way. They are confused. They want no bloodshed. They will break ranks and retreat if only she can convince them. Sophia holds her arms up and approaches the legionnaire. The sun is shining in her eyes. Enough! We are here not for bloodshed. We are here to end it. The people are angry, but theirs is a righteous anger. The people on those pyres are their children, their relatives, their loved ones. They are innocent souls. Anyone can be born a mage. None of these people chose to be this way. Sophia's speech has a strange, almost hypnotic effect on the legionnaires. Some of them suddenly lower their swords. Their ranks are broken. The Inquisitors rush to prevent this, but there are too few of them. The Lotless start running for the pyres. Hands start untying ropes and scattering firewood. The mages are free, but they are frightened and confused. A young woman in an Inquisitor's cassock helps another woman with golden hair down from an unlit pyre. Wait, that's Jean, right? Did you just hear her apologize? The Inquisitor looks at you next. Wait, that's Jean, right? That is Jean. Right? I'm sure of it, that's absolutely Jean. The Inquisitor looks at you next. Thank you. Cries of victory fill St. Ignatius Square, but your triumph is short-lived. Those cries may be loud, but thundering hooves and clanging. I'm so sorry if I'm killing your immersion. Okay, and clanging steel are louder. You hear Legion cavalry advancing on the square. Kill me, kill me, kill me, kill me, kill me. I swear, I read novels in my free time. I swear to God. I swear. You glance around and run for the nearest back street. You dash through a house, terrifying its inhabitants, then run through the back door and onto another street. You hear screams and the sounds of clanging metal behind you, so you keep running through the maze of streets. not even bothering to look behind you to see if there was anyone pursuing. You run for as long as you can, until your foot catches a loose brick on the road and you almost smash your teeth in. Only then do you stop. It is quiet. You do not recognize this part of Eterna. There is not a soul around you. It's hard to believe that this city can contain both this tranquility and the hell of a few moments ago. You find a flop house on a nearby street and rent a dirty cubby hole of a room. No questions asked. You pay for a few days' stay at once. It's a good thing you kept your money on you today. Then you walk upstairs to the room and collapse onto the bed. A wave of shakedowns and arrests wash over the capital over the next few days. You wait it out in the room. There is no news about the Lotless. It's as if none of it ever happened. You go to St. Ignatius Square only 3 weeks later. The cobblestones are covered with soup, and you see spots of dried blood. In the bushes nearby, you find several broken collars. Our cause is just. I swear, the pacing of this is immaculate. That our cause is just is like, it's so good. The march in defense of the witches ended in chaos and carnage in the streets of Eterna. Elias is rescued. Elias's death is prevented. You save the enigmatic singer known as the Golden Voice from her untimely death. I mean, I don't know who that is. I'm sorry, I don't know who that is at all. But it looks like Jean knew her. Well, I guess they're friends. I don't know. Jean is an Inquisitor, right? Jean used to be a follower of like the Old Faith or something, right? At least back when we like saw her as a child, she was a follower of the Old Faith, right? Well, at least she was opposing to the woman spouting the new faith stuff. I don't know. I don't know what's up. It'll probably be revealed soon. I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it. Considering how good this has been so far. I feel like that last line woke me up. Like it absolutely activated neurons. Two major events take place while you are busy living your life. Firstly, Cornelius Tempest is no longer the great chancellor of the empire. He's been ousted and sent back to his province. His replacement is the Archduke of Monia, Agarius Monroe. The same Monroe who sought to shut down the college. The most powerful lord in the realm finally convinced the emperor that his brother Cornelius was giving too much freedom to the lowborn. Are you fucking serious? Why did the bad guys win? Why do they win? What the fuck? I'm sorry, that was probably a bit too loud for your comfy reading stream. I can't fucking stand this guy. I hate this guy so much. Sorry, I gotta switch legs. There we go. This is to keep me awake. It's to keep me awake. That wasn't a yawn, that was a stretch. I swear I'm gonna get through at least 2 hours of this. At the very least, the stream is going to be 2 hours. 3 if I push it. But I'm gonna try not to push it actually this time. Because I'm probably going to also stream tomorrow. If everything goes well. If I don't get roped into another Overwatch session. Jesus. I gotta stop playing Overwatch. I gotta stop letting these fuckers drag me into Overwatch lobbies. God. Let me just polish off my subs. There we go. Subs are gone. Alright, let's see what this fucker has to say. This fucking rat. Oh, I hate him so much. Now the policies of the Empire will be reversed. Many fear that the new Great Chancellor will destroy the Imperial Code of Law and other achievements of Cornelius. There are cautious rumors among the people. They say the new Great Chancellor is going to revoke the right of the common law to be ennobled by the mantle. Give me another moment. I just need to put on a shirt. I think the cold is getting to me. Sorry, just give me 20 seconds. Hey, hi. I'm back. Oh, let me put my feet up so that I can be slightly uncomfortable. So that I don't fall asleep. Here we go. Cool. Alright. I could be slightly uncomfortable. But only slightly. Secondly, Magra, your homeland, now has a new overseer, Gaius Tempest, the older brother of Emperor Uther II. Usually the overseer of a province is its archduke, after all. It makes no sense for the province's most powerful noble to impart the emperor's will on the locals. Yet now this age-old tradition has been broken, and to no one's surprise, Archduke Tarquinius? Archduke Tarquinius Melanides. Fuck, fellas, I'm so sorry about that one. You gotta give me that one. That's so fucked up that they would throw that in there with the common words. Archduke Tarquinius Melanides is absolutely furious. Gaius Tempest used to be the main supporter of his brother, former Great Chancellor Cornelius Tempest. The nobles of the Emperor's court say that this is a stratagem by the Archmian gentry who want Gaius removed from court affairs along with Cornelius. Now, either way, Gaius Tempest and Tarquinius Melanides will be at each other's throats over the province. This does not bode well for their future. One thing is clear, Magra, your home province, is about to face great changes. Oh? And so the power shifts back into the favors of the commoners. But peace is at an all-time high. Strange. I don't know. The trap springs. Weeks pass, then months. Another word from the Lotless. You have to resort to odd jobs to survive. How much longer will you have to wait? Your hope of seeing the Lotless return wane more and more with each passing day. You still recall the loss and bloodshed of St. Ignatius Square. The pain. What happened to the others? How many of you managed to get away? And more importantly, what happened to Sophia? More days pass. You hear nothing. You keep returning to the same familiar city streets, glancing at the walls and windows, waiting anxiously for a sign of a familiar face. Then one day you finally see a sign. A yellow towel hanging outside the Widow Myers window. That means tonight. You return to the basement. Only a few people are there. You look into their faces. There are fewer of you now. Some of the lotless could not bring themselves to come, and others died back in the square. Sophia sits at the opposite end of the room like an actor on a stage, her pipe in her hand. A golden ray of sunset has just reached through the basement window to glint in her hair. Damn. The writing makes her seem stunning, yo. Like, although I don't smoke myself, you know, I'm not a big fan of cigarette smoke at all. I'm not a fan of smoke at all. It goes against my basic human instinct to survive. This is fascinating. Her pipe in her hand. It's like an aura of sophistication, you know? Like, imagine you're at a bus stop, and then there's just someone there, just smoking a cigarette and just like looking out onto the street. I don't know. I wouldn't like go up to talk to them or anything, but I'd be like, man, that guy's cool. Or man, that chick is cool. I don't know what the purpose of this tangent is. Let's get on with the reading. People are sitting at the benches or leaning against the wall. You sit where you normally do, in the front row, almost in the middle. There are voices and there are questions. Why did our meeting stop? Where has Sophia been all this time? What do we do now? Sophia stands up and looks straight at you, a golden light glowing in her eyes. I want to ask you all for one last favor. Please, for your own sake, don't do anything foolish. The golden light in Sophia's eyes comes alive and flies through the hall, enveloping the others in a vicious warmth. Your eyelids grow heavy. Your mind becomes tangled and slow to react. You can barely stand and your legs feel like they're made out of rubber. The people in the front rows slump to the floor. There are cries of surprise and confusion from the back rows. Bronte just seems to have like an affinity for this power. I don't know. But it's so interesting to see it happen. I don't know. I'm very interested in it. Then you hear heavy stomping steps. Armed knights clad in black armor enter the basement. The lotless at the door draw their weapons and are killed instantly. A voice full of steel rings through the room. In the name of Emperor Uther II, you are all under arrest. Your heart is racing, but the rays of sunlight will not release you from this stupor. You can do nothing but watch as your united brotherhood perishes. This feels like a nightmare. Some run for the tiny windows. Others get down on their knees and surrender immediately. Others stand or sit still, unsure of what to do. Your former unity is shattered. People you used to call friends and allies now kneel in submission, and those who do not kneel are quickly cut down. There are screams and flashes of steel, and then a merciless cry. Surrender or face execution. Sophia is no longer glowing. Her eyelids are red. She tries to maintain her composure, but you can see her lower lip trembling. Her eyes meet, and she looks away. Sophia, but how? Why? Everything ends as quickly as it begins. Most of you are arrested. Many are killed. Everyone bound by Sophia's spell is swiftly bound at the wrists and placed against the wall. You know most of you would rather die fighting, and you would, if you were not bound and gagged by magic. They took your choice away from you. But these people are well armed, well trained. But you see no signs on their armor. They are not the Legion, nor the Prefecture, nor the Inquisition. Your worst fear has come true. These are soldiers from the secret chancellery. Your body is bound by magic, so strong you cannot even twitch. You are trapped along with the rest of the Lotless. There is no escape. Your eyes draw close. You have to muster all your willpower to drive slumber away. You have enough willpower to break Sophia's spell, even for a moment. And even if you do, will it even help if you resist? Resist Sophia. Sophia has betrayed you all. You urge your brothers to resist her. Valor +1, eloquence +1, willpower -5, but Sophia -1. I'm not a big fan of resisting Sophia. I think she's pretty cool. I think she's okay. Let's see if we can get through this without... Come on. Create a distraction. You break free and distract the secret chancellery soldiers in order to give some of the Lotless a chance to escape. Scheming +1, willpower -5, Sophia +1. Surrender. You accept the inevitable and do not resist the rest. Willpower +5. I really don't want to do that. Jesus fucking Christ. I mean, I want more stats with Sophia. And also it would make more sense to like have most of our members break free. Surrender is just simply not an option. But like, I can round out my stats if I go this one, but Sophia will lose a rank. Sounds... What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? You know what? I'm actually curious. We max out scheming. What happens then? I don't fucking know, fellas. I don't know. I don't know how hard it is to like raise Sophia's... She's going to be grateful for this, of course. She'll be grateful that we created a distraction and helped everyone get free. I don't know. I want to still put my faith in Sophia. I want to put my faith that Sophia knows what she's doing at the very least. But it sucks. Create a distraction. You clench your teeth so hard they screech and do your best to stand up. It takes so much strength that you scream, but you finally break free of the spell that binds you, and you stand up. Neither Sophia nor the armored mercenaries expect that to happen. You take advantage of the confusion and knock down the secret chancellery knight at the door. Then you run for an oil lamp on the wall and smash it against the floor. A wave of fire spreads quickly. Jesus, Bronte is a fucking beast. Several men in black armor lunge at you. You are bound again, not by magic, but by heavy stomping boots. You hear screams around you. Halt! Stop them! Your distraction gives some of the Lotless enough time to break the spell and escape through the door and the small windows. The leader's commanding voice stops the panic. Let them flee. We'll find them later if we're ordered to. Tie up the rest. They tie you up, tightening the knots around your wrists so hard your fingers turn white, and kick you in the gut again for good measure. Sophia leans over you. She whispers so quietly you can barely hear, and yet every word rings loudly in your mind. You did all you could, Bronte. Do not resist them now. This is the only way I can save your life. You're dragged outside and thrown into the windowless wagon along with the other Lotless. Soon the wagon shifts and starts moving. You're being taken somewhere. Fucking hell. Fuck. Most important to the conspirator? What? What the hell's a conspirator? Eh? Hold on, diplomacy. Most important to the judge. I don't. What? Most important to the judge. Important to the inquisitor. Inquisitor. Conspirator. Conspirator. Oh. So I guess there are like subcategories. This probably being for nobles. This probably being for like inquisitors. And this one, occupation conspirator. Okay, fuck. I see. Okay, I get it. All right, cool. That's my occupation. Okay, cool. Sick, sick, sick. So maybe it should be better to like max these out. Yeah, you think so? Maybe, maybe. Mhm. Destiny, path of the lotless, path of the priest, path of the nobleman, or true fucking death. Okay, get the fuck out of here. Kill yourself. I'm not doing that shit. Fuck off. Um. Oh no! Fuck! I gotta stop reading these shits. Come on, King. What the fuck is wrong with you? Literally, fucking crushing my. God damn it! I wouldn't be surprised. Go fuck yourself. I'm peeking, aren't I? I was almost peeking. It was weird. Days are followed by nights. Nights are followed by new days. You can only tell because the light coming in through the tiny window near the ceiling. You spent several months in this cramped cell. It is 5 steps long, 2 steps wide. These walls feel oppressive during the first weeks. People can get used to anything eventually. Not constant torture, not being thrown into lava. Yeah, those things suck. I keep it real. I'll keep it real with you. Both of those things, I don't think you'll be able to get used to. Iron Maiden, that's another thing. That's not very get used toable. Mm-hmm. Why am I being such a contrarian? What the fuck is wrong with me? They feed you twice a day. They do not answer any questions. Twice a day, bro. That's more than I eat. Holy shit, that's the life. They do not answer any questions. They take away the food if you scream too loudly. Why the hell are you screaming? The fuck? You think of your family often. How will they react if they heard you were facing execution for being part of an underground movement? Mother would die of grief. Execution always brings true death. Father's hair would turn white. Gloria would cry. Stefan would rage. And Nathan will become even more isolated. Why the fuck would Stefan rage? I think he hates you. I think he wants you to like definitely get true death. Sophia. How could she do such a thing? She said the Lotless were her family. She insisted so much on freeing the innocent mages. She urged you to support Patriarch Junius in the new faith. Sophia said all that, and then she stood there and watched her fellow Lotless get killed and arrested. Their lives lost. Years of work undone and destroyed. Huh. I see. Okay. What the? I wonder. One sec. Driven mad with rage, you punch the stone wall. Blood splatters from your knuckle. It goes dark again. The lock on the door squeaks and the cell opens. They carry you out by the arms, but you no longer resist. You're sick of this. It's no use anymore. They seat you in the interrogation room. There's a man sitting across from you. Plain but well-tailored jacket. Pale face with chiseled features. Thin black mustache. Black eyes watching your every move from their deep socket. When did the secret chancellor first start watching them? When did you all become pawns in their game? The noble keeps studying you with utter disdain. Even grandfather never looked at you with such scorn. He wears a pendant in the shape of a wheel, his gloved hands resting atop the table, the walking stick leaning against him. Behind him stands Sophia, her head down. Is she bleeding at the mouth? Is that blood? Let me take a sip of water. Ooh, yeah. I love that purified in kettle water. I am Baron Philippe El Ferro, advisor to the Secret Chancellery. But I have a dislike for titles. Call me Sir Philippe. That will suffice. I know everything about you, young Bronte. Your father and grandfather are loyal servants of the Empire. Your brother is a noble by birth. Where did your life take such a turn? How did you stoop so low? The advisor to the Secret Chancellery shakes his head, presenting you with a clearly false smile of sympathy. You feel like a student in front of a strict teacher, but you will not leave this room with a mere flogging. You young people, do you even realize what you're doing? Openly defying the church and its teachings? Openly speaking out against the law? And when Junius Diamant gives you the order, you wreak havoc in the capital, assault priests and free apostate witches sentenced to execution. Isn't that right, Sophia? Yes, Sir Philippe. It all happened exactly as you said. You shiver with disbelief. There is no order from Junius Diamant. That is not true. It never happened. You look at Sophia, but she will not look at you. Her eyes are only on Baron El Ferro, and he looks at you with a fatherly smile and a ruthless gaze. You are trapped. Now his words will be the truth, and nobody will ever believe anything you say. If only I could be like you, young Bronte, a mere boy who thinks he can change the Empire all on his own. But I suppose it's a good thing I'm not that naive. Otherwise, I'd be in your shoes right now, and you'd be dealing with someone far worse than me. There are many things in this world that do not sit well with me either. But unlike your youthful rebellion, my goals are quite clear. My wish is to save the Empire. To save it from the likes of you. People who reject tradition and the laws given to us by the gods. Fools who seek to set the mages free. Practitioners of the new faith that is destroying the church from within. Even if their leader is a patriarch and an archdeacon from an ancient dynasty. Few know my methods, and that is why they're effective. Thanks to Sophia and the secret society of hers, we have already managed to gather all the dangerous insurgents together and summarily deal with them in one fell swoop. The heretic Junius Diamant is next in line. But that is none of your concern. Let us speak of your fate now. Philippe produces a folder full of notes and puts it on a table in front of you. The folder bears your name. Your hands shake as you flip through the pages. How you infiltrated this college during the siege. How you helped recruit more people for the Lotless. The article you wrote for that newspaper. The advice you gave Sophia. Your preparations for the March of the Collars. Your life over the past 3 years is laid down on these pages. Just the records of your presence at the Lotless meetings is enough to sentence you to execution. But that is the least of what you've done over these years. Your stomach churns. Do not expect your father's authority as a judge to save you from this, Bronte. He is just a second-generation judge. A brief note from me, and you will face true death. and your father, and the rest of your peculiar little family as well. What say you? Is there any reason I shouldn't do just that? Sir Philippe, He strikes Sophia, swiftly and painfully. She doubles over and clutches at her stomach, gasping for breath. Slowly, Philippe returns the walking stick to his previous position. His gaze never leaves you. I don't remember giving you permission to speak, but very well. I grant it now. Speak. Sophia finally catches her breath and leans against the wall. She looks at you for the first time since the interrogation began. Sir Philippe, Bronte grew up in Anazote, like me. He is very bright and has proven himself to be quite capable since his first few days with the Lotless. You'll find my description of him in my report. He will serve your cause in Magra well. You do not look at Sophia. Her betrayal is the reason you ended up here. But now she is putting herself at risk to save your life. Philippe stares you down, his chin resting on his fist. Proved himself, you say? Then how about he prove himself to me as well? There are only two ways you get out of this room, Bronte. One leads to the gallows. The other makes you my loyal servant. Thank your childhood friend for this mercy. It will give you one chance, and only one, to prove that you are useful to the secret chancellery. I'm listening. Outwit Philippe. Manipulation has to be above 13. Ooh. You convince the advisor that you will serve him well, but ensure that the remaining Lotless will not get caught. Destiny the Lotless at large. Prove that you are useful. You prove to Sir Philippe you understand his plot and have what it takes to put it in motion. I don't fuck that guy. Fuck that, no. Betray the remaining Lotless. A collapse of the Lotless. Get the fuck out of here. No way in hell am I doing that. You seek salvation in service of your new master and name all the Lotless who have managed to remain safe so far. Reject the secret chancellery. You choose true death for yourself and dishonor for the Bronte name. Yeah, literally just like you choose to game over. Like, no, I'm sorry. That's not good enough. That's not funny enough. That really isn't funny enough to warrant it. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, no, I'm gonna outwit him. We can make a comeback. We can make the comeback. I swear to God. We can make the comeback. We're gonna outwit him. You pull yourself together and start thinking. You have earned your freedom. You have to earn your freedom. And for that, you must prove that you can be useful to City Hall. But you cannot betray the Lotless, who are still free. And so you start talking. You describe everything you have learned over the past 3 years, including your work with the Lotless, your recruitment and propaganda efforts, and the public activities you have hosted. Philippe listens carefully to every word you say. You use your cunning to convince him that the Lotless pose no threat and have no leadership with Sophia and you out of the picture. If you are to be believed, the Lotless are already on the verge of disbanding. Sophia is silent and emotionless as you speak. Nothing in her reacts to your lies. Well then, you seem quite self-assured, Bronte. So you're trying to tell me your entire secret society was held together entirely through your efforts. Granted, you talk far better than those half-illiterate street rats. One way or another, the Lotless have outlived their usefulness. I have no use for the rest of those pathetic ragamuffins. Color me impressed, but if you disappoint me, so much the worse for you. Now mark my words. For this moment on, you are my secret servant. That is your only lot in life now, as it were. You will obey me and no one else, and do not even think of mentioning the secret chancellery to anyone. You and Sophia will return to Anazote. Tell everyone you earned a small fortune in the capital, or made wealthy friends. You're a slippery young man. Just think of something believable, will you? Once you're there, open a print shop. Not waste too much time on it. This job will be your cover to keep you looking busy in public. My people will pay you visits from time to time and bring you instructions from me. I have big plans for your desert province. My every instruction must be carried out immediately. If you ever fail or try to fool me, your family will suffer along with you. Here, this should be enough for the print shop. Now you have something to bring back home. With a chuckle, Philippe drops a hefty pouch at your feet. It falls like a rock and makes a sound that only gold can make. Before you can say anything, he turns around and leaves. Once you are finally alone with Sophia, she finally lets her emotions rise to the surface. Don't you dare call me a traitor. Do you think it was easy to watch my friends being killed? Nobody would have left the room alive if it weren't for me. Yes, I bound everyone I could with my spell, because otherwise you would have died trying to fight back. I hoped I could get everybody out of here alive, but I only got you out. It's a good thing you said what you said. Now Philippe will pay no attention to the lotless. The survivors will continue our work eventually without us. And as for you and me, Philippe has us on his leash now. We'll have to survive like this. We can't run from him. If I don't do what I'm told, he'll have me collared and sent back to the House of Humility to be an obedient, soulless puppet. But we have each other now. We can do this. Don't lose hope. A jailer enters the room before you can say anything else. You are led out of the prison and into the yard. Well, sorry. I'm just switching my feet. You wince at the light of the sun in the shining pillar. Carriage takes you out back to the flophouse where you took refuge after the March of the Colors. The driver kindly informs you he has orders to take you back to Anazote in 3 days. 3 days, Jesus. You start packing. It all feels like a dream. Everything will happen exactly as Philippe said. You have nowhere to run. If you try to flee, they will find you. They will find your family first. In the blessed Archnean Empire, there's no way to start over with a clean slate. Twins and the secret chancellery see all. Your months in prison are in the past. But can you truly call yourself free now? You'll be going home soon. The Lotless at large. You rescue the Lotless and the secret society continues its activities in the capital. Alright. Well. You now serve the secret chancellery. Your life and fate are in the hands of advisor Philippe El Faro. El Faro. Just before you leave the capital, you overhear something unusual on the streets. Junius Diamant, Patriarch of Astinia, and one of the leaders of the New Faith will stand trial before a church tribunal. Wow. The Order of the Inquisition has accused Patriarch Junius of patronizing blasphemous witches and disseminating heresy. The Holy Tribunal claims that Junius Diamant was scheming to free all witches and sorcerers from the collars that fetter their accursed powers. And what's worse, The Patriarch is also accused of forming the Lawless, a dangerous secret society based in the imperial capital. Members of the society has been assaulting inquisitors and priests of the church, as well as freeing witches from the cleansing fire and helping them escape the holy law. Now the Patriarch must face the holy tribunal of the Inquisition in eternity. By all accounts, this is a devastating blow to the new faith and the end of days for Junius Diamant himself. The Inquisition will make the most of this opportunity to rid the land of this unwelcome patriarch who dares to shake the foundation of the old faith. But then comes the sudden news of Patriarch Junius's reply to the Holy Tribunal. It is no less stunning than the accusation. These words are nothing but lies. I will say this to anyone who dares to bring this accusation to me in person. But I want those hypocrites to bear the full weight of their responsibility for this slander against me, my flock, the Diamant dynasty, and the Holy Order. I agree to stand trial before the Holy Tribunal, but I will face them on my own land and on my terms. Patriarch Junius has already received strong support from Patriarch Luke and many priests across Arcania. Parishes of the new faith throughout the empire are now speaking out in support of Junius Diamant. The Church of the Twin Gods is about to be rent in twain. The Inquisition has no choice but to revoke the trial in order to avert the coming schism. Their new official stance is that Patriarch Junius has been wrongfully accused, and the Holy Tribunal will now apply more cautious judgment during any further trials against the followers of the new faith. Following the teachings of Patriarch Otis, it's no longer seen as heresy by the Inquisition. Holy shit! Imagine being accused of high treason and you just send a message, come to my house and say that shit to my face, and you have to rescind your entire fucking warrant and change the law. What a fucking badass. Oh my god. Okay. Junius Diamant, you have my respect. The trial of Junius Diamant has been averted, but the divide within the church is only deepening. The new faith has directly challenged the old faith. Holy shit, he's so cool. The result is uncertain depending on who you ask. Some say Junius Diamant all but pled guilty. Others believe the Patriarch and the alleged rebellion against the church, as well as the Inquisition, is nothing but a ruse. There are also people who think the entire situation sounds like one of the secret chancellery's dirty deeds. One way or another. Oh, sorry. I'm coming up on my limit, chat. I'm so sorry. One way or another, the Patriarch of Astinia and co-leader of the New Faith remains at his post. But for how long? How will the Old Faith and the New Faith clash next? A schism forms. Now that I think about it, why did that mean that the Old Faith gained power? What the hell? I was under the impression that would, I don't know, whatever, doesn't matter. A farewell to the capital. The Regalata and Talarina rivers meet outside the city walls. You've barely left the capital since you came here all those years ago. A breeze is blowing in your face, and the bright noon sun hangs above the shining pillar. Your stay in Eterna has come to an end. You arrived here as a boy, full of hopes and aspirations, driven by your family's expectations and a desire to live your life as you see fit. Where did your youthful ambitions lead you to in the end? Eterna never became your home. You was a place of turmoil and disappointment. You tried to change the course of history, but history broke you in half and threw you away. You were too young and inexperienced. Your entire life was wrecked by a single decision. What future could you possibly have now? All of your hopes are buried here in Eterna, and you must leave this city behind. Your hands clench into fists as you think about it. You will have to live two lives. A public life as the owner of a print shop, and a secret life as a spy for the secret chancery. This is the only path fate has in store for you now. Mother used to say that humility and hard work are the strength of the common folk. Each new blow brings less pain and teaches you to get back up more quickly. All you have to do is walk this path without showing weakness. But you strayed from the path of humility and graduated from the school of hard knocks. You learned to lie and manipulate others, survive and hide the act in secret. As a teacher, Sophia had no equal. But what are you supposed to do now? Will you accept your role in the schemes of the secret chancellery, since it means well for the Empire? Or will you have what it takes to find another way and use your new position for schemes of your own? Many things have changed now. You recall Gloria particularly fondly. The way she used to rebel all the time and defy her lots to write poems. She always fought hard to be herself, no matter what other people or the law said. Gloria was the only one who supported your decision to find your own path. You want to see her so badly, and tell her all the news. You share the joy of your return with her. You have to get her a gift from the capital, something that will matter to your sister, while there's still time. You decide to buy her a book she could never find in Anazote. You start combing through the market. You go to 5 bookstores, but you see nothing suitable. One last shop, and then it's time to leave. You promise yourself. The store is marked by an unremarkable sign on an unremarkable building. You enter a dark room full of bookshelves. On one of those shelves, you see a small book bound in black leather. The name of the author? Char Milanitis. Stamped in gold. You peek inside. How strange. This is not a biography of the rebellious Duke and his rebellion. Sorry, I hit my mic. It was not even a study of his legacy. It is a book of his poems. You thumb through the pages and realize that Gloria would enjoy this book very much. Poetry of Char Milanitis is about love and struggle and strength of will, and the drive to keep fighting even when all hope is lost. The book costs almost nothing. He leaves the bookstore with you. You leave the capital the morning after. The carriage hired by the secret chancellery waits by your door. Eterna, the city where you spent 4 years, slowly disappears on the horizon. Will you ever see the capital again? You do not know. The book, gift for Gloria, is in your hands. Well then, off we go. Homecoming. A few years in the capital, return to your home city of Anazote. So sorry. Okay. The years of your youth have come to an end. The time has come to leave the capital behind and return to your family. A new business in the hometown of Anazote. The years away from home were full of tumult, and hardship. Your adult shoulders now bear the burden of your first life-changing decisions. Did you have the freedom to choose this lot by yourself? Or was it your destiny all along, ever since your childhood years? All you can do is follow the path that lies before you. Alright. Well then, all of this did happen. Hold on, let me check my check destinies that I wasn't able to do. Lapse to the lot, Lycia, get the fuck out of here. Shield of the New Faith. You side with the New Faith and support the transformation of the church. Shield of the Old Faith. You side with the Old Faith and seek to defend its foundations. Victory in the tournament. You prevail over every opponent in the Imperial College tournament. Oh, I see. Well then. Yeah, no. Any of those. So I got all of the ones that mattered. We do have an unbreakable bond of friendship. Let's go. Ah, but he's a noble now, isn't he? It's gonna fuck me over, isn't it? Like, he's gonna like ask me to stand down or something, and I'm going to have to like fucking like completely just prostrate myself or some shit. Oh man, I don't know. I don't know if I made the right choice, but I sure hope I did. I mean, he is the boy. He is the fucking boy. He's the guy. Alright, with that, we are 20 years old and we are in peacetime. And I think this is actually a good
full
way.
adult now, I returned from the capital a changed man. Yet, my hometown was not the same as I had left it. Fate had difficult times in store for all of us.
Okay. Yeah, with that, we can call it quits here. Alright? This stream is way shorter than I thought. But, I mean, this is such a good stopping point that... And, I am starting to feel it. Next time I'll, come a little bit more prepared. Well, with water this time. Because, oof. I don't know. I kind of slept, Oh, no, today's just been, like, a sort of stressful day, you know? Because I missed my dental appointment and I had to reschedule. And then rescheduling is like my next dental, like when I rescheduled it, my next dental appointment is now like fucking July. And there was also a lot of planning that I had to do for Anime New York, Anime NYC. I say Anime New York, but whatever. That's like in November, but we have to like plan hotels and stuff. But yeah, this was oof. The writing in this is so good. Absolutely so good. Like, I'm going to be so sad when we finish it. Hell, I might even run through it one more time to like follow other paths. I don't know. I'll give that a thought. Like if I really am struggling for like a game to, well, not game, something to read during these like time slots, because once again, Thursdays through Sunday, these are, I will only be able to do these streams. That is if I'm up for it because I work so goddamn much. Jesus. I don't know. I don't know why I work so much. I really don't have to. I really, really don't have to. And trust me, I'm not in debt or anything. I don't know. I just can't bring myself to not be working. I don't know. I really can't explain it to you. But yeah. But yeah, I'm going to try to get another stream in either today, which is Tuesday, or Wednesday. Uh I'll try my best to get another stream in, just so that I can like confidently say in my heart of hearts that I got 2 streams done this week. Because last week, well, last week was the stream. I streamed last week. That was it. I streamed 1 stream last week. But it was kind of long. Put me some slack. Okay. Yeah, my eyes are glazing over. So I'll call it here. Thank you all for coming. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for hanging with me. A quite good night. If you like what you see, follow. If you don't. Uh, you know, just like I need to update my YouTube backlogs so that because I still have some streams from way back when I first took my break that I still need to like put up on the thing. I still have them, of course. Like I just need to like put them up on YouTube. But I'm so tired right now that I'm not gonna do it tonight. I'll I'll get it done soon though. I swear. I swear it. Yeah. With that, I'll see you all next time when we follow more of the life of Sir Bronte, or maybe finally finish off Tomb Raider. I don't know. We'll see. Alright, have a good night, everybody. Have a good night. Bye bye.